All right, y'all. Welcome to the Public Confessional. The part of the show where we stop subtweeting, stop guessing, and we let people say what actually needs to be said. No PR spin, ain't no ghost written notes, none of that, right? So it's just real talk, accountability, and hopefully some repair, right?
And it's not about cancellation because we do that real quick.
Period.
For us though, we always talk about confession and correction, right? And so when we talk about our regular content, it's always what do we do? How do we do? And we believe that people can grow, but only if we tell the truth. And that also includes talking about the good, the bad, the harm, and not just what people see in the headlines.
So if you've never heard of our wonderful guest here, Chrys Webb, don't worry. We're gonna walk you through basically parts of her story, how she came to build her platform, and not only that, like who she says she is, who people think she is, and then what she has to say to the public.
Absolutely. And so some of y'all only know her from It's in the News. um and to some people that might be, scandalous. It might be, people's all the insight, all the tea. Listen, I wasn't exempt from being in the news. I got stuck in Jamaica and ended up on the story. You hear me? So we're
Yeah,
gonna
no,
get
that was
into
wild.
everything. But let's start with something simple, right? Who do people say that you are, right? What are you known for with this platform?
So first and foremost, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate y'all for letting me come on here. I was really going back and forth about doing this with y'all because y'all are like, for me, some big voices when it comes to being accountable. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just go in here and see what's up. Like,
Yeah.
it's getting me prepared for the future. So I'm like, let's do it. But I'm gonna be honest, cause that's all I can be is transparent. Like I'm known for being that messy little bitch that's being everybody business. Like I'm known for my platform is for coming to get what's going on in the city, where there's pedophiles, people sneaking and geeking, however they may look, if they passing out STDs. I just really don't be scared to talk about it. Think of me as like your public messy group chat. We all
Okay.
have one.
Okay, that's what's up, though. I feel like
I
that's
love
a good one. So
because whether people honest or not, they be watching the news.
no people, yeah, they tune
Whether
in
they
though.
tell the truth or not, okay?
Yeah, my mama. All right, so I need to know. So basically, that's how you're known, right? But according to you, who are you, and what's a little bit of your story?
Well, for me, I am a free spirited, outspoken,
Hmm.
spiritual, intelligent, um business person that I'm a giving person. I'm caring. I do want the best for people. I really live by serving others. God told me that the way that I love others is by serving others. And so I try to serve others as much as I can. This platform was not something that I wanted to have. It's not
Hmm.
something that I was like writing down as goals and aspirations that I wanted to do. Honestly, it was just I love writing. I love creative writing. I've always been a good writer. Creatively, seriously, however you want to do it. And so, one day these people, it was just this story that everybody was talking about. It was just like what was going on. It was like some local gossip. And everybody was talking about it. And
Hmm.
everybody was like, I'm confused. What's this? I don't understand this. What's this? And I was like, do y'all want me to do a breaking news? And it was like, yes, please. I need to know what's going on. And y'all, I kid y'all not. That day, they won't let me not do it. Like, they won't let me not do this news. Like, I didn't try to quit, y'all. I promise you. I even talked to Chrys. I'm like, I ain't finna do this shit no more. I was even thinking about, like, not doing it no more,
Mhm.
doing a pivot. But it's like, it's always something that's bringing me back to it. It's like, I'd be like, fuck it. And then a story of all the stories, I'd be like, I gotta,
You gotta go and get on it.
Nate the African come over here clowning and shit. So I'm like, damn, this why I'm about to quit. Let me go and fuck with it. Fuck this shit. So it's just like, it really did choose me. And I want people to understand that half of these people I see honestly don't know them.
Mhm.
But y'all have messy family members and friends and acquaintances,
Yeah.
enemies, and they're sending me stuff. And if I get something too many times, that's what we
Yeah.
talking about. That's what's in the news.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because that was going. That pretty much answers my next question. 'Cause I was gonna ask you like, what prompted you to start your platform? But at what point then did you realize like this is a thing that you needed to keep doing, or it was something that you enjoy doing, or did you ever get to a point to where you like doing
Like I said, I love shooting the shit. I feel like I'm funny as hell sometimes. And I don't know, it's just real easy. People ask me, is it a lot of work? I was like, it take me like to drop a story and in all of its components in the music, because people ask where I
it?
get my
Yeah.
music from. I just have I used to be on punishment all the time. So I used to just listen to music. I like all music. Like I like classical music, country music, jazz. I like
Mhm.
all music. So I used to be on punishment all the time. So I just used to just listen to music. So people be like, how'd you find this song? It's just I have in my head, it's just I have a lot of music catalogs just in my head. And so from all of that, it's really much of nothing. And when I started getting little like paid for it on the cool, I don't get much, but I get something. When I
Yeah.
started getting that, I was like, maybe I should start taking it serious, because I did want to be a journalist. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should
Yeah.
start taking it
Yeah.
serious a little bit.
You wanted to be a
Okay.
journalist?
I would definitely want to be a journalist, but my mom and my father was like, "That's not gonna pay you nothing." And when you don't have the support of your parents, sometimes you have those kids. I'm gonna do it anyway, and then you got kids like me, like,
Mhm.
dang, you probably right. And so I had to bounce around until I finally got what I really wanted to do outside of journalism, which is business and human resources, dealing with people. So I ended up getting my degree, my cum laude, my bachelor's with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, we love education and
Yeah.
intellect and excellence.
Yeah, I got a couple of mine back here. They
Yeah.
leaning all in the frame. It's all good though. But yeah, no, that's interesting. I didn't know you actually wanted to be a journalist though. So I guess is pretty much along the same lines, right? Because what you're doing is a form of journalism, right?
Mhm.
Regardless of how it's, currently being received. That's what it is. Um, so
Thank you for sharing that with us too.
Mhm.
yeah,
And I say that
yeah.
because it's important. Again, the story matters to me because people meet you at that public moment, right, where they didn't interface with your content and all the things, but there's
Mhm.
so much more around who you are that shapes how you've gotten to this point. And so I think that's
Yeah,
dope.
Thank you.
for sure. So then I guess looking back, like, is there any, I don't know, either decisions you made or content that you put out that you kind of wish you hadn't, or that you feel, or that you see now as a mistake, or somewhere where you kind of missed it?
Okay, so with me, when I do something, with this, I had to get a thick skin, y'all, because like at first, when I first started, I had people coming talking shit or whatever. And I don't want to be confrontational. I don't like to be with rah rah, but I can get with rah rah, you know? And it was just like, you know what, Chrys, if this is, you're not confrontational, but you're doing confrontational shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And so you're going to have to figure out, like, do you really want to do this? Or do you want to just bitch out and just whatever and let these folks run you off or whatever? And so I've had my fair share of public disputes with different people in the city or whatnot. But I just realized that if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. No, I don't have any regrets of anything that I've shared, but the way I may have distributed, I
mm,
do regret that, because like you said, and I have to, and it's something else too. I don't live in the city, so it's a lot of things that I don't get to feel because I'm not there. But I'm finding out that I do have an influence, and if I put something out, depending on how I put it out, that's the perception that they're gonna have, and they're gonna take that and
Yeah.
run with it. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I always try to do stuff the correct way. And anytime, if y'all watch it, anytime I mess up or do something or misreport, I always come back and be like, "Hey, y'all, my bad. This was
Mm-hmm.
not this. This was this. This is that. My bad. Oops, my bad." And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people respect me for that because sometimes people can just leave it out there um in limbo, and I try to always be clear on every story. If I have a follow-up, I try to be clear with the follow-up.
Yeah.
But just as it comes to me though. But I don't have any regrets for anything. Maybe how I delivered it, yes, but anything I posted here, no. Nope.
I got you.
Because
Okay,
it's
but it's
already in the news, right?
It's already and
it's
that's
out
another
there
thing.
though.
I
Like
am
you
a
ain't like you creating a story.
reposter.
Yeah.
I am a reposter. And I know
Yeah.
sometimes that some stuff does get thrust out on people
Mm-hmm.
unbeknownst to them from the other party, but they choose not to be involved. But that's on you. The other party wants to be involved. So we're talking about it, if that makes
Right,
sense.
right, right, right.
And
Yeah.
I hate that you don't want to talk about it. You're being drug in because the other party that you fucking with is fake as hell. But this is where we are. So it's been a lot of times people get talked about and they just remain silent. And those are like the most beastiest people I know because for you to just shut the fuck up while people talk shit, that is something that thick skin, I don't even know what you call it. Because
Yeah.
normal human behavior is to lash back out, but that's like a different kind of self-control.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to that point, when you are talking about these stories, honestly, you are talking about the heart of a lot of issues that exist in our community, right? And it's issues that
Mm.
people talk about, but the framework of how people talk about them, I think sometimes does not always it don't always happen when people are looking at it, right? I think sometimes when people are looking at stories, it's like, oh, you see what happened to such and such? Oh, did you? Right? But it's actually issues of domestic violence. It's issues of
Mm.
aggression and anger. It's issues of, you know what I'm saying, folk thieving and robbing, or, you know what I'm saying, mistreating their kids, or, whatever,
Mhm.
pedophilia. These real hard topics in our community, and so from that perspective, to the people who say that you are, like broadcasting our lowest moments, or showcasing like the worst of the community, what do you
Yeah.
say to them?
Yeah, and reinforcing stereotypes too.
Yeah, I do receive when people tell me that, but my whole thing of it is that sometimes our lowest moments are what's going to help the next person, and my whole thing of it is I try to stay on somewhat of a boundary, try to keep boundaries with this at first. But again, I've been in the news. Somebody pulled out some shit that happened to me and told everybody, and it didn't feel good. But like I already told you, I take accountability. I know
Mm.
when I'm wrong. I know when I fuck up. So yeah, I did fuck up. Whoop de doo.
Yeah.
And I've just felt like ever since that day that I put myself in the news, nobody
Yeah.
is safe now.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry this happened to you. And I understand that bad things always happen to people, but if your shit gets out and everybody is talking about it,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be on the news.
No,
And
And
that's
see,
I,
I
I
can't
and I know
even
there's some bullshit, but
it's not to me though, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of unfortunately that's why I can't really be too mad at it because I always say carry yourself in a way you want to be remembered, right? If somebody air me out tomorrow, it's gonna be very boring because I don't live my life in a like if I'm ashamed of it, if I know I'm gonna be ashamed of it later, I don't do it. Right. There are certain things that I've done, you know what I'm saying, in the past, even in like I still make mistakes, right?
yeah.
And I know what that's like, but you have to be accountable for the mistakes that you make. And at this big age, you should be moving through the world a certain type of way.
That's
What
it.
are you doing to end yourself up in these situations?
Mm-hmm.
And why are you doing things in public to where they can be videotaped, redistributed? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to victim blame, right? But at the same time, there are some instances because you cover a wide variety of different things,
I
right?
do. I
Right.
do.
So some things are like, oh, you just making poor choices. Like some people are literally just making poor choices, right?
That's right.
And then other times, yeah, some things it sucks to see some things that should have been a little bit more private, right? Or to see things like DV or people being exposed for pedophilia, expose them, right? But then sometimes it's like, okay, you have to think about the victims and then reliving like these situations and all this other stuff. So I get where you're coming from. Like, don't do things that you're gonna be ashamed of later. Off rip. And if you do make a mistake, it's okay to be like you did. Like, yeah, that was me. I fucked up. I ain't on it no more. So like, let's move on. Yeah, I was there when I did it. So you can't really embarrass me about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't really embarrass me about something that I willfully participated in. And so yeah, like I'm not mad at that. I know it might sound harsh to some people who feel like their life been put out there, but why are those things a part of your life to begin with?
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, there's this other piece too that I think it speaks to around ending a performance, right? Cause these are the things that have been captured and can be redistributed, but also is it a different reflection of than what we done seen from you? Because also when you own your truth in ways that you've accepted them and taken accountability for them, can't nobody else shame you. You know
Fact.
what I'm saying? And so I think, yeah, that's a real thing out here about when you say sneaking and geeking,
Yeah.
folk out here living these double lives or in ways that they not willing to be transparent or authentic with folk about how they living. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yes. Yes, because at the end of the day, we all are struggling. We all have different aspects in our life that we could do better in. People always want to make it seem like you got all of this money and you doing all of this. And just maintaining is a flex. It's okay to maintain.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay to just say, "Hey, I'm paying my bills right now, and I don't have,
Especially at
and that's all, and I got
period,
food in my refrigerator."
period.
It's okay to be like that. You think you look at and it's the reason I say it's false advertising is because you have people who are looking up to these people, thinking they're not doing enough in life, when really you may be doing better than them. They don't got
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Facebook fame and what the fuck is that when you get
Yep.
jammed up? These motherfuckers flip on you quicker than a
Mhm.
motherfucker jammed up finna get locked up and don't wanna go back to jail.
Yeah.
Facts,
Okay?
facts. And people be living foul in the background. Some of
Yeah.
Facebook famous individuals, yeah, a lot of as your show, you know what I'm saying, as your channel, your platform puts out there and proves every single day is that some of the people who look like they on top really be living foul in the background.
Phew.
That's where some of that content come from. Um, so my next question is like, has there ever been a time where a story came to you, whether it be a repost or whatever, a story came to you and it was something that you did not want to share, that you had to say this might not be worth it? Have you ever had a situation like that where it's like, you had to second guess sharing or putting something out?
Um, no, I'ma share it, but this is my thing. I have it's more I second guess how I'm a delivery because if you
Okay.
send me a dead body, I'm not posting that shit. And I've
Okay.
got dead bodies sent to me. I'm not posting a dead body.
Okay.
We're gonna have some tag, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
But
sure.
it's been and I don't know if y'all remember that real popular girl who was known around the city. They was sharing her body and her dead body around, and I'm just like, you know, yeah. So I don't do dead bodies, but the way that I just changed the way I deliver because like the other day they had a
Mhm.
wreck with a baby on the ground. I didn't show the baby on the ground.
Right.
So yeah, it's just if it's too graphic, where it's disrespectful, then I'm not gonna share. But a story, nah, you shouldn't have been there fucking up. Cause shit, y'all, if it's to me, y'all
Yeah.
gonna share me. Fuck that, and let it be the right person too, the right wrong person. See,
Mhm.
people be scared to, like, it's like the hood
Yeah.
celebrities around the city. They be scared. People be walking out, hey, don't you say that about them. Don't, Chris, you wrong for that. Man, fuck them. You finna know this bullshit they be on.
I
That
ain't
nigga
mad
keep
at it,
it
man. Nah, my mama, look, I'm with you when you're right. But so there is a line though, as far as like the things that you will show and the things that you will post, and the way that you approach certain things. You do have a
Correct.
line because
Yes.
I think some people just assume that you just post whatever come to you. You know what I'm saying?
I get so much stuff that I get so much stuff. If I posted everything I got,
Mhm.
I don't even think I would watch it. It's so much stuff. I just pick out the most interesting of everything. When I wake up in the morning, my DMs are just
Ooh,
filled with
yeah.
stuff I've gotten over the night. You know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff you have to be like, I find myself having to be on logged in a little bit more because sometimes you'll get that live, but then they take the live down, and so
Mhm.
it's like you got to be quicker than that. So it's just like you always getting shit. So I never run out of shit. It's just what am I not gonna post because it's just not interesting enough.
Mhm.
That's my issues.
Okay. Okay. So can't be boring and it can't be too graphic. That's
And the police chasing and people getting arrested, I really don't fuck with that shit either. Send that to Little Rock Hood News. I don't care about nobody on a police chase. People that's cheating. If they're cheating, I want to know, was it with a man? Is the pastor and he a pastor and he's gay, or he's a pastor, he gave you something? It needs to be something more than just cheating, because these niggas
why
gonna
is the
cheat.
pastors the ones that get the
I'm
look?
just
I'm
saying
like,
it's gotta
damn,
be
pastors catching
interesting. It's gotta
strays.
be
Like what?
something interesting. I'm gonna talk about some people cheating.
Okay, it got to have a spin on it. It
Yeah.
can't be
Yeah, it's gotta
regular
have a
cheating. It got to
caveat
be
with it.
a little seasoning on that thing.
All
Okay,
you
Yeah,
pastors out
yeah.
there,
And you
beware.
know,
better be
I
canning
posted the
too.
pastors and got attacked. So like a fake ass attorney reached out to me about cease and desist, girl.
That's
And
crazy.
all I said was, "What was up with them?" Talking about I left it up to interpretation. Nah, they need to be living better,
Period.
and they won't be
Period.
having them type of interpretations.
No, that's for real.
Okay, no, that's
That
you
makes
ain't wrong. I
sense.
want to disagree, but yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Um, okay. That's interesting. So you do, have a little bit of discernment when it comes to the content that you post. So then my question is, what I'm saying, being from the city, and like being from the area, how does it feel knowing that it's hostile to you right now?
Look,
Cause I
I'm gonna be
sure
honest with you.
come on.
If I lived there, I probably wouldn't be fucking with this shit. But I don't live there. I don't even come down there. And then people be like, "Oh, we gonna beat your ass." Okay, if you catch me, cause I don't be where you at. And so I do acknowledge that it's hostile, and I do know,
Mhm.
like if I come down there, I can't be just all out. I respect the city, so I when you in there, me just be out willy nilly like cause I know that a lot of people got issue with me, but at the same time, a lot of people love me too.
For
So,
sure, for sure.
I gotta just play it safe. Just play it safe. So yeah, when I come to the city, I don't never broadcast when I come down there. I come down there, move around, and then I come on back home. It was one time here recently when I came back trolling, but you never see me stopping nowhere. You just see me passing through.
Right,
So
right, for sure. For sure.
I respect the city. Shit, I respect the game. So yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. You ain't gotta necessarily agree with how they moving or whatever, but I don't necessarily understand wanting to beef with somebody about kind of putting your business out. Like if I
We
did
be
something on
man, they be
camera and
being
people are
weirdo.
talking about it, like I don't what I'm a beef with the person who shared it for. Unless you was like an actual friend or like some family or whatever, and you broadcasting my lowest moments, then yeah, I might have smoke for them. But like not random people on social media. I think that's weird energy, right? And
Mhm.
then unfortunately it speaks to the type of content you make because you already dealing with a group of people who make terrible choices anyway. Which is why they on there. So unfortunately, yeah, it do pose a little bit of danger to you because these are people who already have proven to not have their priorities or they
Mhm.
morals intact all the time. Yeah, and so
It's the revelation of the culture of the city too, cause People don't need a whole lot of reason around here to beef. And I think that's everything by what we,
won't go see old Hucker bitch. You know what I'm saying? Won't do nothing to
go see
nobody that's
somebody that,
important though.
come on.
We're like, what is we doing?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Like, you got smoke for
It's
everybody.
pedophiles running around there touching their daughters, eating them out. They don't touch them. But
Yeah. Oh
me,
yeah. Oh
but
my
me,
mama.
they ready to just go all in with me. But this just how they are, and so I have to respect that mindset that they have, because I can tell them over and over and over, this is just a repost. But I think it's because maybe it's on my platform, and
Yeah,
maybe
because it's
because
gonna
it's a
blow
little
up
bit
on
more
you.
I make it a little humorous. They feel like people laughing at them, but they're laughing at you when you posted it. You see what I'm saying? I just
Mhm.
feel like people really should appreciate me more for my selfless servanthood, because I'm telling you what they saying about your ass. So you need to govern yourself accordingly. These folks is fake and be smiling in your face, and they really sending me your shit and laughing at you. When I put them stories up, they in my stories laughing at your ass.
Yeah.
And I see who be doing that shit, and it's some
Yeah.
real three-faced ass people out here. Cause I see folks talking shit about, folks who don't like me, cause I don't have a problem with anybody. People don't be liking me.
Mhm.
But I see people who don't like me, they're on their page talking stuff about me, and then girl, and then come up right there in my DM, girl, you so crazy. And you know what I do for those people? Block they ass, because I ain't finna play with you. I'm not playing with you like that. If you gonna be on my page to love and support me, this is my platform. I don't do like you can disagree with me, but if you come a little too hard, like trying to do too much, you will get
Yeah.
blocked.
Yeah,
Cause
you gotta go.
you ain't finna be disagreeing with me on my shit. Like, this is my shit. You don't have to be here. You're literally following me.
Right.
You don't have to follow me. This is all a self choice.
Yeah,
Cool.
for
This is
sure.
a self choice to be here.
Absolutely. Look, you'll never get no argument from me on that, because that's what I be telling people on my platform. I just delete comments, block people. This my shit over here. This is not a democracy. This is me. It's one owner over here.
Dictatorship.
I don't mind
Totalitarian.
disagreeing.
I run this.
You hear me? And I don't mind disagreements, but you got to watch how you talk to me for real.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gonna
definitely.
watch your motherfucking mouth when you disagree with me. We ain't gonna be no bitches and disrespecting me. We have had many times, we've had dialogue on Facebook, and it's just
Mhm.
us having a conversation. If you can't do that without like trying to insult me because I'm not agreeing with your opinion, bye, block, cause this my shit.
Yeah. So
This
I do have a
mine.
question. So most of the content, like you said, it's not you going looking for people business. People submitting most of this stuff to you most of the time, right?
Everything is submitted. Everything is
Everything. Okay.
submitted. I look. I have like, I don't know what my algorithm is, but it's crazy. And I will be friends with these people who are sending me shit, but I don't see their shit. It's
Mhm.
crazy. Like 95% of what I post is stuff that is sent to me. Now, I'm not saying I don't come across stuff, yes.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but 95% of my stuff and the follow-ups are people helping me follow up. Like, I am
Mhm.
only as good as my sources. My sources are the shit. Like, they the shit, and you'll be surprised who in my story. They messy. Motherfuckers is just messy. They just don't want you to know they messy. And I won't tell their secret. I keep their secrets. They can confide in me. I don't tell your business. I'm only just reposting people's shit that they posted themselves, or someone that affiliated with them posted.
So what'll happen in a situation to where one of your sources is being exposed? Do you jeopardize, like, do you post the content anyway, like repost it anyway? Or are you
I ain't
considering whether or not you
never
might lose that source though?
I ain't never had that happen, and I'ma be a bill with you if it did. I don't know what I would do.
Mm.
I've never had that happen, but I mean, my sources know that
They just know
nobody's
what it is.
safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had people that I post, they be like, "Man, I made the news, damn well," but then you got other folks who want to fight about it.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Nah. Alright, I feel that though. I ain't
But
too mad at it.
so that makes me think about this in an entirely different way, right? In terms of influence, reach, um, data collection, and my business brain is just kicked on. But do you post as much positive things in the news as you do negative? would you
When
say?
I do, I'ma just be honest with you,
What
positive.
percentage? Talk to me about the views, and do they go down?
Yeah.
People that's
Yeah.
responsive, do they wanna
Yeah.
see it?
So 20% may be positive because positive shit don't sell. But when I do
Mm,
post it, when you do get the positive stuff, that it gets feedback. They like, oh, I love this. Yeah.
yeah.
So I try to sprinkle in positive shit as I can, but the main focus is me on y'all bullshit. And let me be clear as well. I do not know how to work Court Connect or Case Connect, whatever the fuck you call it. I don't know how to work that. I don't want you to think I'm getting up and saying, oh, what's today? Let me put in the name. Let me put these folks' name in. Let me see what I can
Mhm.
see. I swear on my kids, I'm not doing that. I don't even care about a person that much to do that. So let's be clear. I don't care about anybody that much to go look up anything that you may potentially have. I'm not doing it. Then that's gonna be time consuming. So
Yeah.
if somebody sends me something from them just venturing out on Case Connect and ain't nobody talking about it, I'm not sharing it because then I'm looking like I'm exposing shit. So I'll give you an example. Do y'all remember the Kayla and the Lindsay story where Kayla went upside her head with a Photoshop lamp because she had been fraternizing with her baby daddy behind her back? Okay, I had got that story before the story had even dropped, but the story was old, the dates was old, wasn't nobody talking about it. Kayla and Lindsay was some real niggas on that. They didn't go out and talk about it. They didn't expose it. They didn't say
Okay.
shit. We at the end of November, and this
It's
shit
been
happened in fucking
hard.
March. It happened in March, so I
Yeah.
had got it. I had shared it in first, and I was like, man, this shit, oh, this gonna start some shit. So I took it down before too many people had even seen it. It was quiet as kept. And then here come this other little page. It was like, whoop de whoop de woo. Did y'all know about this? So after it got put out, I had people calling me. They was like, Chris, I thought you said you wasn't gonna fuck with it. It's in the news now. When I had
Yeah.
it, it was more of an exposing type of look. And I don't want to look like I'm exposing shit.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you not an exposer.
No, I'm a reposter.
So you don't see a situation in where you would be comfortable breaking a story though.
I definitely have broken stories before. That Nick Tummy story with the feds and the car dealership.
Mhm.
Definitely broke that.
Okay. So in that case,
But this is the thing with that, when it
you
was still in
exposing?
the streets, it just wasn't on the internet yet. It was in the streets, but it wasn't on the internet yet.
Nah, okay.
And it was so much going on with it. It was so fucking interesting. I was like, we gonna go on and do it. And I don't and Little Rock Hood News didn't start getting on to it after it had already come into fruition and shit had
Yeah.
got confirmed. Cause I was telling folks shit that I shouldn't even had known.
Mm.
So that was that thing right there. But yeah, I don't look at any of the news people as competition. I fuck with all of them. I think we all bring something different. Like I look at Little Rock Hood News. Like if you want to get the real news, like, hey, this legislation has passed, or this congresswoman has been appointed, or Sarah Huckabee did this, or I would think of his page, police chases, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then there's like a new page that's come up, and it's doing the similar things that Little Rock Hood News is doing,
Mhm. The North Little
and
Rock Hood News. That's what you're
yeah,
on.
and
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
fucked up about none of it because I like that shit. Like, let people do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because with me, I never feel intimidated about anything because I know that we could all, Little Rock, North Little Rock, and whoever else be sharing news, we could all share the same story,
Mhm.
but I'm going to always present my shit different from them.
For sure.
They gonna come to my page just to see what music I put on top of it, or what I had to say about it. Versus them, they just give it to you just like, hey, this happened, this happened, this happened. I'm a kind of I'm a comedy central that shit a little bit for you. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah, for
saying?
sure. You funny
Yeah,
as
it's
hell.
still real news, but we're gonna laugh at it. We're gonna laugh a little bit. We're gonna talk some shit about it.
So do you think so when it comes to platforms like let's say the Shade Room or Zeus TV, if you had to say that platforms like that are harmful or are helpful, what would you say? Over like as an overall, right? Like do do you think there's value in that type of content?
Um, Monetary, yes. Maybe do we fuck up on our morals a little bit? Yeah, because I've seen the Shade Room post stuff that was just absolutely untrue sometimes. And I
Okay.
think it's just like, I feel like the Shade Room gets money, but I don't want to compare myself to the Shade Room because at the same time, I like people to understand this as well. Another thing that sets me apart from everybody else too is that I do this with my chicks. You know who talking about you. We don't know who running that Shade Room. We don't know
Yeah.
who's saying what. And I
Yeah.
feel like that brings a little bit more value for me because at least when people get pissed off and they want to come attack me and cuss me out, they know who they're cussing out. Versus Little Rock Hood, who said at the time we didn't know who he was at the time. I don't know when he came where he came from behind the camera, but we didn't know who that was for a long time. And then North Little Rock Hood News, we don't know who's running that either. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Definitely
And I
don't.
could be doing it like that and talking shit, but I feel like that's whack. If you're gonna talk shit about somebody, let them know who's saying that shit. And so yeah, I get threatened and folks wanna I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay, that comes with it. Again, the Shade Room, they're cool, but I feel like I'm different from them only because you know who talking about you.
Okay.
Cause they be talking about your ass and you don't know who talking shit.
So I appreciate you for saying that. Um, the, so if that's the difference, I think one of the things that I think of in a time where, as a people or as a community, we do not. I don't want to say that we don't have our own Black media sources or that we don't have our own channels of actual like communication with each other, but we kind of don't. Um, and in your own way, you have created one, but around what I would call
Nigga shit.
yeah, like it's just it's some hood shit. Negativity. And so for me, I guess I always think about, is there a way, do you have a desire to reframe the power base that you've built to do anything more positive for the community, or is this like the end all be all of where it's in the news is headed?
Well, and thank you for asking me that. This is my whole thing of it is. I understand that some of my news can be messy, but
Mhm.
I would like to pat myself on the back. We've had missing children that's come up in the city, and I put it out there, and I've assisted with helping kids. Pedophiles, people are
Oh
scared
yeah.
to talk about that shit. I'm gonna talk about it, and we bring awareness. And you'll look up a few. It might take a minute, but we'll get. I was update y'all with that. These people are getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? So there are being consequences that are being put down on these people. So I feel like I do. It's a balance for me. I feel like it's a balance for me. I feel like I do help the community, and then sometimes it can get messy. And people say, "Do you think you messy?" I'm absolutely messy. You can't be messy and not do messy shit. And so I know I do messy shit. And so I'm accountable to that. And whatever happens, happens because I have accepted whatever. But I just feel like anytime I try to stop doing this shit, it bring me back. And so I know I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be doing it, but definitely want to try to reframe it a little bit. I'm actually all my bullshit has got the attention of one of our local, not even local, she like a hometown celebrity like Hellcat, Cat Daddy. And I
Mhm.
don't know how y'all feel about it. I don't care. But on her marketing with her podcast and shit, she is fucking a genius. Like she know how to get some money off this shit. And so I've been invited by her to come do an interview in Cali. I'm going with her next month to do that. And I'm excited about
Mhm.
that. Um, However people want to say about her motherfucking ass know how to get some motherfuckers riled up just by talking and have a
Yeah.
whole city in an uproar for damn near 2 weeks. Um, I'm the king of Little Rock. I'm the
Place
king
of
of Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I'm the king. I'm the king.
Period.
The place of
That's
Arkansas. Yeah, I
power when
saw
you
all
have
that.
people that can trip out. Like that's
Yeah.
power over people. You can make people do that.
Yeah,
No, no,
that's
I get
funny.
that, and I respect that. I think for me, I'm always trying to figure out how do we mobilize power to be used in the most useful, efficient ways. And for me, that goes beyond money. So we did an
Yeah.
episode during our season called "The Algorithm Is Not Our Ancestor." And essentially, it was talking about how the things that get popularized and that get promoted in terms of like trendy and the things that everybody want to talk about is also not what's most organically true to and useful for us as people if we talking about actually being able to be productive, be excellent, be together, those kind of things. And so for me, I always hold all the things in contrast because you need both of them, right? Like
Mhm.
it's niggas in the hood will not listen to you if you don't have some level of showmanship
Mm.
of what you're talking about. You can't talk to me about
Mhm.
no money. You're not driving no Mercedes Benz. You're not driving no,
Mhm.
you
They
know what
need
I'm
to
saying?
see
Like,
it. They need to see it. Yeah, they need to
yeah.
see it.
And so I hold both in tandem. But now once I done got you over here and I done got your attention, what's next? Right? What's the direction that we gonna lead the conversation, or we gonna lead the work, or we gonna lead, you know what I'm saying, our interaction? Because for me, that's what I'm thinking about is what do we produce?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Legacy, if you will.
So I got a question. Because what you said made me think. So what both of y'all said actually. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. And it's probably where, I think we gonna disagree on some things. I think, the Shade Room, Zeus Network, I think that shit is the devil's work. What I will say though, so what my question is, building a platform, because I like, as far as where we're at now, right? Because I know, what I'm saying, you have journalistic pursuits, and you were talking about a pivot. But before, pre-pivot, right? Because you haven't made the pivot just yet. If your current platform is your legacy, right? And even then, right? Congratulations on, your situation with Hellcat, right? I hope both y'all turn up, make as much money as possible, right? But even then, you pointed out, like, her ability to rile people up. Is that the legacy you want to leave behind? Or then when your kids look at your career and how you make money, or how it reflects on your family, or, what I'm saying, whatever relationships you have down the line, or just even on the trajectory of your career in the future, what type of journalistic pursuits will be open, avenues will be open to you in the future? Is your platform as it stands today, are you okay with that being what you leave behind?
Most definitely, because my platform, again, I'm accountable. My
Mhm.
platform is only one aspect of who I am.
For sure.
People who really know me and who really just fuck with me know that right there, they be like, girl, you crazy as hell. The people who really know me. And my legacy has already been created. Like when I say philanthropy is so important to me, anytime I have a surplus or overflow, I'm always trying to give it back. And I used to do it with my friends, and I just like, Lord, I want to expand past my friends because I'm always helping them. You know what I'm saying? I want to help people who I don't know. I want to, because my whole thing of it is I just want to be a blessing to somebody else's life. And that feeling that I get from blessing a person is just priceless to me. And I try to do like fun little giveaways on my platform to try to be a blessing to others, to help
Mhm.
people feel better. So I mean, yeah, I this aspect of me is messy, but they're gonna also piggyback. Well, Chrys was outspoken. She's gonna make sure people are gonna have awareness for certain things. She's giving. She's gonna look out for people as much as she can. My neighbors that live around me. If my neighbors forget to take the trash out on trash day, I'm gonna put it out for them. Like I'm always trying to serve others. So no, if I die right now and my platform was here, are they gonna be like you say, people who know me, they're like, that motherfucker, no, she was crazy. She
Yeah.
was she was turned up on that thing, just showing her ass because that's what the fuck she did. Because that's what I do. The way I act on online is when I with my close knit friends. If I don't really know you, I don't be showing my ass. And so it's that barrier of the it's that barrier between me and the internet where I feel a little bit more comfortable. I can act the fool as if I was with my friends, because when I'm not comfortable around people, I'm like this because I'm really shy. I'm
Yeah.
standoffish. I'm introverted. I don't really fool with you. But once I get comfortable, we turning up. So that's why my friends are able to laugh at me about my platform, because they be like, bitch, your ass is crazy as hell. And so
Yeah.
that's just one piece of me. Like, yeah, I'm messy, but there's so many other things that were oversight that if you truly knew who I was.
So then do you think it's because I know I do see some of the like the giveaways and the things that you do, right? It would be unfair to say that like that stuff isn't visible. But is it fair to say that the positive shit don't sell? Right?
It is safe to say that. And another thing too, because I feel like you was about to say it, but I'm gonna just beat you to it. People always want to say, do I care? And I care to a certain extent, but it's only to a level of this point. Like, I care that um that it might hurt you a little bit, but sometimes public not execution, but public just talking about you publicly is something that you might need. Cause I know with me, it made me think about things differently as well. But I'm just to a point now where they be like, well, tell your business. No, that's not for me to do. I'm not here to explain. I don't care to explain nothing to you. If I'm doing this in my personal life, that's cool. I'm not gonna come out here and explain it to you. Think what you want to think. So if people on the outside that's not friends with me
Yeah.
think I'm messy and that's my legacy, then so be it. I'm not clearing shit up. I don't care that much. So I never cared too much of public opinion about me,
Mm-hmm.
to the point where it's going to control my activities of my daily living.
For sure. I mean, because this is only when it comes to daily living, your platform is still only something you kind of do. You know what I'm saying? It don't even take up, a large chunk of your life anyway. But then my next question would be, if someone who, because sometimes, like you said, you repost, right? So only so much responsibility can be put on you for the information that makes it public, right? Because people are like, these things are already recorded and then brought to you, right? So then my question is, if you repost something and it goes viral, and then the subject in that post takes their own life, how would you feel about that? Would there be some remorse? Like, would you feel like there's a level of accountability in that, or what? I'm just asking.
Have you have I'm trying to even think, have I ever posted anything that would make somebody want to kill themselves? Well, I guess you just bring it
You
to
never know.
that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you never know. Yeah,
Absolutely.
You literally never
that
know.
Because the
would
internet
be
undefeated.
that would be that would be that would be unfortunate that a person's mindset is that weak that you can allow someone to make you feel like you no longer want to live. And I would be devastated if something that I posted made someone harm themselves. And so I wouldn't be thrilled with that. But again, it's just like that's the territory that I'm in that I have
Mhm.
to take. Those are the risks that I have to take with doing this. And now that I think about it, there is, but my whole thing of it is I try to repost it, and my whole thing of it is it's a repost.
Yeah, yeah.
So why would you share something that you're suicidal about? You know what I'm saying? Now, if somebody said I'm suicidal, I'm finna blow my brains out, I'm not gonna post that story and make a funny thing about it. I'm like, y'all, we need to help them. Let's get them some help. Here goes suicide number if you're
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
suicidal. I'm a wrap it up like that if I share it. It's with me, it's all in my delivery. But again, that's where I try to keep my protection is in the reposting realm and not in the exposing realm.
Mhm.
So I just feel like when it's a repost, I'm not gonna take responsibility for a repost, because that girl with the nurse thing. Y'all remember her when she gave out that girl's
Yeah,
information? That shit went crazy.
yeah.
I ain't finna just take the blame for that just because I was the one that they came and referenced from, because they had took my story and was referencing on TikTok and everything. I'm not gonna take the blame for that because it went everywhere, and it was everywhere before I had got it.
Yeah.
So it was everywhere before I had got it.
Yeah, no,
So
that's fair for sure. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I try to be protected by the reposting of what I do on my platform.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's
We're not gonna make light of this shit.
That's fair.
Now, if you going to somebody's house where you don't live there and they trying to put your ass out and you ended up something happened in the meantime, that's on you because nobody tell you go to them people's house.
Okay. It makes sense. Cause I'm just like, cause I know how people are nowadays. And sometimes to have your dirty laundry aired to 5 people, 5,000 people, 500,000 people looks different. All those things look
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just wanted to ask about that because I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, because like you mentioned earlier, sometimes Shade Room posts flat out lies, and I'm positive at some point they probably come across a situation like that, right? They done posted some shit that wasn't true about somebody, and you know, and they either harm themselves because now your life look different when you get posted on a platform. Once it gets a certain amount of reach, your life look a little different. You know what I'm saying? And so I could see a situation like that because it might make it hard for that person to like find employment, blah blah blah, all these other things, right? Now, granted, I don't think anything you've posted has been, you know what I'm saying, to that point, based on what I've personally seen, but I do think it's a thing to consider. So I was just curious.
Most definitely.
I was just curious if that's something you ever, you know what I'm saying, thought about before. I mean, and even if you've never thought about it before, like I said, the content I've seen so far, I don't think it's that, but you never know what's gonna be in your inbox each morning. You know what I'm saying? When you finally check, you literally never know. And so, I do think there's a little bit of, I think there's social responsibility in it. Like, and I guess I want your thoughts too, Gianni. But my thing is, you know, I've, you know, deleted posts and I don't even think I say nothing crazy for real. So I've had to cut it out.
Girl, okay.
I've had to delete posts, reword posts, edit, do the things right. Because I've said things to where somebody could take this thing and then cause somebody else harm with it. Or, you know what I'm saying, they can repeat this to somebody and then it might look a certain way. Like I try to be mindful of things that can be either misconstrued or where people can put some sauce onto what I said and it look a certain way. And because I feel like there's a certain social contract as an influencer, right? But so I guess I want to talk about the boundaries of responsibility and accountability when it comes to being an influencer, right? Like how much are you responsible for? And I guess it's a little different because you are a reposter, like you said, though. These aren't necessarily
I
your
was
thoughts
just
or
about
your
to say
words,
that
though.
I have thought about this. Like, when I tell you, I have sat down and I have I didn't think about the suicide, so that's something to think about. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. But I literally have called myself like looking at this from every perspective where it would keep me from out of harm's way, far as just as a moral code for me. And my whole thing of it is that we're on social media to be social. So I feel like when you or someone else put your business out, yes, I understand that you don't need to be in my business, but now it's on social media and you're gonna get some opinions about some stuff. And so I just always try to always stay in the realm of whatever I'm talking about, I've gotten it from somewhere else. If y'all ever see me post something, I always have it posted where I'm referencing where I got it from. I never cut the name off where I got it from. So you can see, you can go to their page. She said this, not me.
Yeah, well,
I know you asked about social responsibility and social contract. Did you get
so and I'm only asking because, like I said, how much are we responsible for when it comes to our platform? So for us, because these are our words and our thoughts, right? Then what we say, obviously, we got to be accountable for, right? I said it, then I got to take what comes with it. And Chris's situation is a little bit different. What I wanna know now, I guess, so Carissa can ask her, Gianni actually can answer.
I sure was about to say y'all done caressed me to death on this
I
damn.
said Gianni the first time. No, this the
Look,
first
I'm
time
You did, but
this
she
the
sorry.
first
started.
time.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, my given name is Carissa, and I know these people outside of this platform in real life, and they call me by my given name, but also friends, all my friends, old friends, new friends, friends to be, call me Gianni.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because and we had that conversation just yesterday. And so
You need to put your Facebook name as Gianni then.
yeah, I need you to
It's got a separate page. I was trying not to delete I was trying not to confuse the old people.
got you. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
need
That
to
get
put
makes
on
yeah,
sense,
there.
they need to
but
get you confusing the new people.
I know, but listen,
on the
the new
cool,
people better know don't call me Carissa unless you finna write me a check.
I'm
Okay,
with it.
Gianni.
Look,
I'm with
hey,
it.
she feel like, boy,
Hey, my real name is Christina, and I wish you would call me
you
then.
see what I'm
So
saying?
yes, that's why I ain't mad at it. I wish you would call me Christina. Like that means I'm in trouble or you a family member. Don't call me that. The
That's
fuck.
funny. I'm the opposite.
You
You
know,
call
that's why
me
I'm like, y'all
Maya.
can
I don't
know.
allow people to give me nicknames. Don't shorten shit. I don't like when people call me MJ. If we not linked a certain way, call me by my government.
Jesus.
Yeah, for real. And then being in the military, if I don't know you like that, people still call me Johnson. Like, I don't know you like that. But anyway, so we probably leave that part in anyway, just because we definitely need to know as far as like getting the name correct, right? For older people, new people who watch the podcast know Johnny Olamide, right? That's a given. But people who actually know you in real life, you know what I'm saying, they need to know and understand how you want to be addressed. So my question now, because we were talking about like social contracts, accountability for the things that you do and say, blah blah blah. What I want to know now is like, ideally, what do you want your platform to be, and what does that pivot look like for you? How do you want to
Okay.
be known? How do you want to be remembered as far as your platform itself in the long run?
Okay, so right now I'm again like I had already advised, like right now I'm working with Hellcat to take my platform to a whole nother level. Like we gotta level up. And so I'm getting ready to make a shift with things. I'm still gonna be on Facebook, but I'm not gonna be giving you everything on Facebook now. I'm
Okay.
gonna have you guys go and subscribe to my YouTube channel that I just created. It's called It's in the News. It's under verification right now. So if you try to search it right now, it probably won't come up, but it's under verification. It's coming soon. And so I think I'm gonna start trying to get subscriptions on that platform.
Okay.
And I am gonna be mixing and basically I'm just gonna be doing like a weekly rewind of everything that went on in the week. Just locally and nationally because the local is jumping, but in order for me to get different
Yeah.
people in order to get national, I have to give you national news, you know? And so if you haven't noticed, I've been kind of tying in a little bit more national news. I had the girl with Chicago that they ran her down and beat her up, and her kids. I got that woman in Alabama right now who whooped her child. So I'm trying to get juicy stuff from national news to incorporate into my rewind, but that is where I'm trying to go. I'm gonna start doing interviews now. I'm gonna like get all the way from behind this camera. Like that's why I was really excited to do this interview because it's gonna prepare me for future interviews and stuff. And so I've been having a lot of people trying to hit me up for an interview, and I've been like, no, So the reason I'm only here with y'all is because Gianni girlfriend is like my heart.
Yeah.
Paisley. And so I was like,
Absolutely.
Paisley talked me into this because I told her I didn't want to do these because I feel like it was going to have me too vulnerable. But she was like, you need to be humanized because they have a different perception of you. And I
Yeah.
trust her because she's in the field, she's in the streets, she hears people talking. I don't. And so I appreciate this opportunity right here to do my first real just interview about me and how my platform got started. This is really big for me because this is what I want to do with other people.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're going. We're growing. I'm growing. My views are crazy right now. I can
Yeah.
see the view increase. And so I'll be like, sometimes Facebook is not organic anymore.
At
They're
all.
distributing our stuff for us. They don't just let it be organic anymore. So I have to try to stay. That's another thing. That's that I have to fight with is not getting violated. Because if you get violated, they don't share your
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm recommendable right now. So I'm just trying to run it up right now. So everything is looking good. It's just I'm getting paid, but I want to get that YouTube money. YouTube is changing lives. And
Yeah.
I feel like I got a personality that a motherfucker would want to laugh and sit up with me for an hour and just kick the shit with me because
Agreed.
it's
Agreed.
lit.
But on
Agreed.
a separate tip, I was about to say you could actually get you some money teaching folk how to build a page and organic brand.
I couldn't even tell you how to. I told you this shit just happened to me. I couldn't tell you how this shit grew
No,
like this. It's just
formula for
me.
consistency though, because that's the
Yeah.
root
Okay.
of it. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
There's a method, even if you haven't identified your own method.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can go and look at the number of posts that you post per day, when they go out, how often, all the things. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah, it's
Yeah, you staying in the algorithm. Yeah, now you can
that's
do
it.
Okay.
anything
About to
though.
say, and part of that might be in helping you figure that out for yourself, because you have other
For
things you can
sure.
capitalize on that you haven't identified yet.
Mhm.
Um, but I want to challenge you, in your framework of your stories. That for every issue that you post or some bullshit, here goes some help. Y'all
Yeah.
over here kicking each other asses, your kids outside in the street. At least send your kids over here to this program. Go over here and get
Mhm.
and get you some community and some folk that can help keep you accountable and help you learn over
Yeah.
here. Here goes some
I
material.
love that.
Here go the,
I
you know what
love
I'm
it.
saying, and let it be dual, because yes, this shit is in the news. It's happening in our communities every day. Somebody's being affected, right? But
Right.
also here are the resources in our communities that
I
will
love
help
that.
you be able to, because then that also allows you to boost those organizations and their work up. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because you have the reach, because you have the ears of the people, and lo and behold, it's always somebody out there. And that's why I say people don't always want you to know that they're watching, but they be watching. It's
Yeah, they
always somebody
watching.
out there who's gonna be able to use the resources that you provide, whether they ever inform you or not. And I just say that knowing the work that I do, right? And how many people come on the sidelines, and those are inboxes too, right? Hey,
Yeah.
thank you for letting me know about that food drive. Hey, thank you for letting me know about the day they was doing free therapy sessions. Hey, thank you for
Mhm.
Yeah.
court expungements, because shit, my shit been fucked up for a long.
And everything that you mentioned, and I definitely posted that as well. I definitely try to be like a resource line as well. With the food stamps, if y'all didn't notice, I tried to keep people updated with the food stamps because that just broke my heart, honestly. Like
Absolutely.
that shit right there is some third world type shit behavior that our own government implemented on its own people. And I'm the type of person, I don't give a damn if they're selling their shit or whatever they're
Right.
doing with it. They're on government assistance, so that
Because they
means that
qualified.
whatever
Right.
work they're doing ain't working for them. They got to
Yeah.
get everything they can get.
Right.
What are we missing about that? We need to stay at a lower income business. Let them do what the fuck they're gonna do. They too busy trying to worry about what they doing, and this on got what is them being on food stamps got to do with your ass? Because it's our tax dollars. They miss me with that.
Period.
Cause our tax dollars going right over there to Argentina too, and ain't nobody saying shit about that.
Come on,
Right.
Argentina,
Right.
Israel, everywhere. We got money to pay Ukraine. We got money to pay everybody,
We got money for everybody, but the
except
people
us
here.
who need it.
Yeah.
Who need
So
it?
that was the most disgusting display of I don't give a fuck I have ever seen in my life. Like
Um,
literally. And
yeah.
if you, I also have like a little I just want I meant to throw this in too. I have
Go
like a little
ahead.
personality as well. And it's an accountability personality because people say, you're breaking our community. Then I have this personality I've named Lanquisha, and she is your typical ghetto government assisted ass woman who ain't finna do shit, ain't fucked up about doing shit, and don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. That's a lot of people. And it's not just black people, it's white people too. But it's like a ugly hard look in the mirror. People get offended, but it's the ugly hard look in the mirror of like your mindset, your broke ass mindset, where you're keeping yourself on government assistance because your mindset is broken. And the government keeps us broken by you can't get this unless you put your child father on child support, and you gotta do this and you gotta do this, and it's just too much of it trying to dismantle low income families. We're not even just gonna say black because white people are on this shit too. And so it's just another way to try to break up families, black or white. And it's terrible. And so Lanquisha is basically like, hey, y'all need to do better with yourself. If you don't want this to be a stereotype of who you are, then change and do better.
And see, that's the Chrys that I'd be like, yeah, there's a whole platform for all this shit, and you've already started it. But I speak expansion over you because I feel like once you figure out what that looks like for you, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I honestly feel like you keep being called back to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are supposed to deliver the news, but way more news than you're delivering now.
Right.
When you start looking at
Right.
black media, we have black media sources, but we don't have black media sources that the hood is really tapped into in ways that they are actually trying to see what's next, right? You probably
Mm-hmm.
the only source that folk was finding out about what's going on with food.
Most people literally say if Chrys Webb didn't post it, I don't believe it. And that's powerful for me. Like that's powerful for me.
Yeah, but that come with responsibility though. So you
That's it.
gotta check, triple check all the things to make sure you delivering accurate information because
Especially
people
with that
count on
government
you.
shit.
Yeah,
I
people count
had
on
to,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, and so, I know Gianni challenged you, to give out those resources and stuff. We actually had a conversation about that. As much as I hate platforms like that, right? Um, I do think I don't think you should change your platform. Only thing I know because you're talking about your pivot and you want to expand. I think, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I do think, what I'm saying, adding those additional services and stuff like that in there a little bit more often, even if it's something you got to
Mm-hmm.
do separately, just to make sure you don't necessarily alienate your fan base, right? Because business is business. Um, but I think that's the key moving forward. I already know it's gonna blow. I already know it's gonna expand. I already know it's gonna be exactly what you want it to be. Um, you just gotta be ready for the responsibility when it comes. Cause like I said, people already trust you for accurate information. Even if the platform ain't necessarily all about government stuff, but understand that you're probably in a lot of situations somebody's first for real exposure to things having to do with government politics and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in a very unique position. You know what I'm saying? You already
And
got
I was also gonna tell you guys too. I've been doing my research on the different Democratic candidates because we don't know information, and people always think you're supposed to vote in that federal election. You gotta vote local if you want things in your life to change. So here soon, I'm gonna be posting the Democratic candidates in Arkansas and in Texas because I'm hearing both of them.
yep.
I'm just going like, hey, these are these people's values. These are these people's values, and you just determine which one most aligns with what you trying to get
Yep.
done while you here in life.
Yep. Hopefully they'll send you
And
some your inbox will be full of scandals about them too.
yeah,
Period.
so yeah, I'm about to
Yeah,
get
but
on that too, cause we gotta push that. I'm definitely finna get in that realm of make sure you go vote. Your vote does count. Go vote, go vote, go vote. Because real change is not gonna come until we actually get in formation and actually unify and make it where we moving as one band, one sound.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I'll be messy, but I'm also formate y'all too. We're gonna get in formation
Yeah,
too.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you said you want to serve. And so you're in a position to be able to do that and actually help people. Regardless of how people feel about your platform, you're like I said, you're in a unique position to where you can actually be an asset to the people around you through this platform. It just might not look like how other people feel like it should look. But I do think I learned a lot about you in this interview. And you're just giving me some things to think about, right? Uh and I think as long as your service, you know what I'm saying, grows with your platform, then you all right with me.
That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You got
Listen,
anything else you want to ask, Johnny?
listen, I don't have no more questions. I want to say thank you for being willing to come on and do this. Like I said, I definitely see the turn of a new leaf. I also appreciate you being our first guest on this segment, the Public Confessional. And so also if y'all are out there and you want to get clear, right? Have a conversation about what you're doing, how you've been perceived. whether or not you need to address anything or say, hey, that didn't land the way I wanted it to land, right?
Right.
Hit us up. Because the truth will set us free, but not if we can't tell it. You know what I mean?
Amen.
And so,
Absolutely.
yes, we appreciate you coming on here and helping us get a clear picture of your truth and what's real for you. And again, y'all, we invite y'all to always one, go back and listen to all our episodes of the last season of Wine and Spirits
For
if you
sure.
ain't done that yet. Like, subscribe, make sure you're following, make sure you're doing all the things, because yes, do that. But also, y'all, just be mindful that none of us live in a vacuum. All of us
Straight
as
up.
people live in community, and everything that we do got to ripple out. And so as long as we are aware and intentional and purposeful, for the most part, my mama says it ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
That's
For sure.
right.
For sure.
So that's
Also,
all
give
I
our
got.
And what you do in the dark will come to the light.
Come on.
absolutely, or
Keep
it's gonna
living
come to
right
her
out here.
inbox. That's what it's either gonna come to the light, it's
Right.
gonna come to her inbox. So
That's
like, hey,
right.
Better be living right.
tighten up. Give everybody your socials and stuff before we get off here, man, so they can know where to follow you. And then when you do get your YouTube situated, make sure you give us the link so we can make sure everybody know where to find you.
Yes, ma'am. So right now I'm operating on Facebook. It's just Chrys Webb, just the regular way, CHRYS Webb, like a spider web with 2 B's. And then on IG, it's in the news, Little Rock. And then again, my YouTube, it's in the news, and that should be getting validated here soon.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Y'all already know us, Maya Johnson, Gianni Olamide. Same thing I always say, man. Do something today to benefit your future self and meet me in the future.
Period. Get what you need always and in always. So yeah, and remember, y'all, you do not need a platform to perform or to choose accountability. All you got to do is make a decision. You're gonna tell the truth.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we'll see y'all next time, and we appreciate you for tuning in.
Adios.